Hey, it's Rachel, the CEO of Interneo. Python is one of the most popular languages in fintech, and it's a powerful way to analyze data. Choosing the right tech stack is critical for investors and fintech app developers, and Python has been increasing in popularity for a decade for good reason. Its simple syntax means quicker deployment and less code, and the open source libraries are a lifesaver. Plus, it's the language of choice for most quants and financial institutions. The next step after choosing your programming language is to find access to a great financial data API. It's likely that you'll need to integrate things like stock prices or financial metrics into your algorithms or your platform, but finding an affordable data provider can be challenging. This is why most fintech developers are on the hunt for a free stock market API in Python. Okay, how do you get a free stock market API in Python? If you're just getting started, it's likely that you don't have a big budget. You may be playing around with your code, developing an MVP, or learning how to build your own investment models. It can be tempting to try to scrape together all the data that you need for free, but there are serious downsides to taking the free route. And the bad news is that there is no such thing as a free stock data API in Python. Sourcing the data, cleaning it, storing it, building the API, documenting the API, maintaining it, and marketing it, that all costs money. So there's no way that sustainable companies can offer financial data APIs for free. Now, if you're willing to do some data transformation work on your own end, and you can do it without a ready-made API, one option is to try to scrape the financial data that you need from the internet. Now, this requires some basic programming knowledge, but it can actually be done quite easily. Unfortunately, a system like this is not scalable, reliable, or in many cases even legal, because most websites list their terms of service, and that prevents you often from scraping and using their data, and almost always from displaying or using it in a commercial manner. Websites also change over time, so the scraped data you may be used to pulling in might just break on you and take down your entire operation. Other websites like Yahoo Finance offer a plethora of data libraries, but there isn't really an official API, and they have very strict terms of service. So if you rely on data from a website like this, chances are you're violating terms of service. This is not the way to build a reliable business or an investment strategy. Now, an alternative would be to access the data from a new startup website like AlphaVantage or 12 Data. These companies don't offer financial data APIs in Python for free, but it is extremely cheap. So why should you be wary of free or extremely cheap stock APIs in Python? If you're serious about investing or building in fintech apps, you should be extremely wary of these cheap or free providers. Scraping the data for free is unreliable, it's not scalable, and it comes with no API or support, plus it's a lot to maintain. Accessing the data from a cheap upstart data website is extremely risky as well. You'll spend time and resources on the integration and inevitably realize that you get what you pay for. Major issues with data quality, minimal support, and an unreliable integration. Some of these options might work for you if you are in the very early stages of proving out your model or your app. However, once you are ready to seriously invest or develop an app that users are going to interface with, you're going to need to step beyond the free access to stock data APIs. The good news is that you can get reliable, affordable stock market API for Python via Interneo. If you are at that stage and you're either making investment decisions based on financial data or displaying stock data in front of your end users, you can get access to reliable and affordable stock market data via API using Python from Interneo. Interneo offers a super affordable starter plan with stock data for just $100 a month. It comes with full access to our API, documentation, SDKs, tutorials, and support. Using the Interneo API and Python SDK, you can copy and paste just 17 lines of code to get an entire year's worth of daily stock prices for a given ticker. If you're branching out from Python, we also offer SDKs in R, JavaScript, Ruby, C#, and Java. In addition to stock prices, you can use the Interneo API for Python to pull financial statement data, ratios and metrics, basic company information, earnings estimates, ETF holdings, ESG rankings, institutional holdings, insider transactions, options prices, and more. Interneo stock data packages are built to scale with you as you grow, so you have plenty of options to access more data over time. As a founder of Interneo and a former fintech engineer myself, I can promise you that our developer experience is smooth, the pricing is affordable, and the team is super nice and very technical. So to get started, check out our Python SDK, our GitHub, and our documentation. When you're ready to subscribe or access a free trial, you can chat with the team at any time or sign up for yourself on the website. Hopefully, this was helpful. Please give the video a like and subscribe to our channel for more fintech and financial data tutorials. Thanks for listening.